Hi, it's Xavier, and it's 4 weeks later. I thought you'd like to see just how well those ficus are doing after that abuse I gave them with the pruning shears and wire. I've probably got the best results I've ever got, and I only wished I did my my big Tigerbark now. I'll do it in another week or so. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you close up. I'm going to show you that actually completely removing leaves off a branch did nothing more than promote lots of new growth in this instance. I'm going to show you all the new bud points and see how we get on. So you don't want to see my face for that, you want to see the trees, don't you? So let's have a look. Okay, so if we look at this one, hopefully you'll be able to see on this branch here, buds there, coming out there, in fact, there, also further up, which means when I originally said I wanted to be able to take this one further back, I was hoping to get something in there, but I didn't. What I have got is a branch on this side and that one there. So what that's going to enable me to do is to do a cut there, at least bring it back here. So that'll bring in the length there. I've got a bud there and there, so I'll cut that off. I won't do this for another 6 weeks, and that'll allow me to reduce that. Now hopefully the way that's responded, what I'm hoping is that next year, when I do similar sort of cutting strategy, I might promote some budding further back. So that's been fantastic there. Looking higher on this, all of the points here, we're getting buds from everywhere. 2, 3, there, got lovely buds there. So we're going to get a lot of ramification. And that may well change how I look at it if I get all the ramification from it that I want. And as I say, absolutely no sign of anything further back down and lower down, so there's an indication that the older it is, the less likelihood it is, which makes sense, but happy to get something back there. So let's have a look at a couple of the others, shall we? So we'll look at this first of the Mame ones, lots of wire to it, but the main thing I was really impressed with is down here. Probably the best way of seeing it is the other way around. Look at that. Look at those buds there. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Now that one is particularly useful because that's going to come out this way. This one, not so much. At the moment it's going to be heading straight for that. So the chances are that one will get removed, but that one will get developed because that will make an ideal back branch lower down. Which means if I go back to my original intention, which was potentially to be cutting off from here, that having a branch there will probably give me the option to be able to do that. Apart from that, looking around there, buds, the leaves have come out here, 2, 3, 4. Here we've got another one on this one. There. So lots of budding on that. Really happy with that. This one, we've had nothing remarkable on the trunks. Less bothered about this, but here what I did like about this one, again up here, lots of new buds. Got 1, 2, 3 from there. 1, 2. I mean, if you look on this one, I don't know whether it's going to be able to focus and show you. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple budding from there. Same from back here, multiple budding. In fact, even here looks like, if we look lower down on this one, just there, it's a bud there. And that's ideal because that's going to allow me to then, if I get that one coming out, it's a bud coming out on this one, which means I'll be able to take a centimetre off the end of that branch, and eventually, hopefully, that will be the new point for the branch there. Again, it's just reducing it. If I want to keep it as a Mame, I'm trying forever to bring size and height down. So that's lovely, that's giving me what I want there. Again, you won't be surprised. Nothing on the trunks, but actually this is the one where I really like the shape of it. We've got bud points here and here. All along at the sites of cuts we've had buds coming out, so absolutely ecstatic with this one. Looking along it, we've actually had no buds coming lower down that I can see, but they may well still. So that's probably out of the 4 I've shown you, that's probably responded the most predictably in terms of where I thought there'd be bud points. The other ones have gone beyond expectation. On ones that I didn't put in pots, here, what is interesting to see with this one, I mean, I've got this lovely basic shape, But what we have got here, a bud here, here, and there. There's 3 buds from that point. And if you look at how two-dimensional that is, the best thing about it is I'm going to have a branch here potentially coming out this way, or that one even better coming out this way on the outside of the bend. So that's going to give me a lot of options. And on each of the ends there, we've got lots of budding from it. We look at this smaller one, little 2-year cutting, a little bit of shape in it, and equally I think this has responded just as well. 1, 2, at each of the cut points we've got at least 2 buds in that from, and I've just noticed absolutely getting covered and caked in our brand new Happy Friends. So don't know if you can see it when I talk about that honeydew. I don't know if you can see the reflection there. Sticky. If you've got your stuff indoors, that will drop onto the furniture and be horrible. But that means we've got probably somewhere on the back somewhere an horrible little creature that we're going to need to get rid of with soap and water. Now, I remember talking to you about the fact that you've got to be very careful about removing all the growth. And I think when I said that, at that point, I then cut this branch. I said, you know, it's 50-50, it may not actually set any buds or sprouts. Well, there's absolutely no growth on the end of this little branch here. But from it, already, the tree has got into overdrive. 1, 2, there's 1 at the junction there, there's 2 further back here. Now I have equally seen on branches that I've cut where there's no growth, there's been no response and we've had dieback on it. But in this instance I threw the dice and it's done exactly what I want it to do. So, you know, when you're looking at your ficus, be aware, you know, you can get a good result from it. So from Xavier in the Expression Studio, hopefully that's encouraged you to feel more confident about doing some hard pruning on your ficus. Definitely, none of these have let me down, and as I say, I just wish I'd done the big one at the same time. Happy bonsai, God bless, cheers.